Welcome, collectors. Today we're exploring the Washington Quarter, top 4 of the most admired coins in U.S. history. Some of the most valuable pieces include rare error strikes, high-grade uncirculated examples, unique varieties, and beautifully toned quarters, each carrying remarkable value and history that make this coin a true collector's treasure. First coin. The 1980 Washington Quarter with the D mint mark from the Denver Mint stands as one of the more fascinating modern-era coins to capture the attention of American collectors. While millions were struck, a select few have gained remarkable value due to their exceptional condition, rare minting errors, or pristine preservation despite decades in circulation. Even in a very dirty state, these coins can hold surprising worth depending on their specific variety and minting anomalies. Collectors are drawn to the 1980 D quarter because it represents a transitional period in American coinage, a bridge between traditional craftsmanship and the modern minting era, making it an essential piece for those who value both history and artistry. When we look back to 1980, the United States Mint was continuing its production of the Washington Quarter, a series first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The Denver Mint, responsible for the D mint mark, produced hundreds of millions that year, reflecting America's growing economy and demand for circulating coinage. However, this period was also marked by the transition from silver-based to copper-nickel-clad compositions, which had begun in the mid-1960s. As such, 1980 quarters hold a symbolic place in U.S. history, representing the fully modernized mint process of the late 20th century, where precision machinery met mass production, yet still allowed room for rare imperfections that collectors now cherish. The obverse of the 1980 D Washington Quarter proudly features John Flanagan's enduring portrait of George Washington, first introduced nearly 5 decades earlier. The design retains its classical charm, with Washington's profile facing left, the word liberty above, and the national motto "In God We Trust" to his left. On the reverse, the majestic bald eagle, wings outstretched, stands clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolizing America's balance of strength and peace. The coin is composed of copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core, with a weight of 5.67 grams and a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. In high-grade or mint-state condition, the detail of the eagle's feathers and Washington's hairline become remarkably crisp, distinguishing premium examples from ordinary circulation finds. Despite its large mintage, the rarity of the 1980 D Washington Quarter lies in its quality and condition. Coins that have survived without heavy wear, scratches, or discoloration are particularly scarce. Even more desirable are those with striking errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or weak strikes, which are prized for their uniqueness. In very dirty condition, a regular example may seem unimpressive at first glance, but upon careful cleaning and professional grading, some have revealed characteristics that make them stand out. Grading agencies like PCGS and NGC often evaluate these coins, and a high-grade MS-67 example can be incredibly rare, sometimes outnumbered by hundreds of lower-grade specimens. Today, the market value of the 1980 D Washington Quarter varies widely, but high-quality or error varieties can command serious attention. Coins graded MS-66 or MS-67 have sold for anywhere between $1,200 and $4,600, depending on eye appeal and luster. Even circulated pieces with rare die varieties or misstrikes have fetched prices around $850 to $1,500, particularly when authenticated and preserved properly. Auction interest has remained consistent, as collectors appreciate the combination of affordability and rarity this coin offers. The rising awareness of mint error collecting has also pushed these quarters into the spotlight, with many enthusiasts now hunting through old collections and change jars in hopes of finding hidden gems. For collectors hoping to add the 1980 quarter to their portfolio, careful inspection is key. Focus on coins with clear mint marks, well-defined details, and minimal abrasions. Submitting to a reputable grading service can help establish authenticity and potentially elevate market value. It's advisable to store these coins in airtight holders or slabs to prevent further oxidation or dirt accumulation, especially if found in dirty or corroded condition. When buying, always rely on trusted numismatic dealers or well-known auction platforms that guarantee authenticity, as counterfeit coins occasionally surface in online markets. The beauty of collecting coins like the 1980 Washington quarter lies not only in their value, but in the stories they carry. Each coin reflects the craftsmanship of the Denver Mint and the American spirit of the late 20th century, a time of industrial evolution and enduring national pride. Whether cherished for its historical ties, visual design, or rarity, this coin embodies a unique fusion of history and modernity that continues to fascinate both new and seasoned collectors alike. Ultimately, the 1980 Washington quarter serves as a reminder that even everyday coins can become treasures over time. Its legacy endures as a symbol of American heritage, artistry, and precision minting. For collectors, owning one in exceptional or rare condition isn't just about monetary gain. It's about preserving a tangible link to the nation's rich numismatic past. With values ranging into the thousands of dollars for top-grade examples, the 1980 quarter proves that the simplest coins can hold extraordinary stories, and perhaps extraordinary rewards. Next coin. The 1981 Washington quarter represents a pivotal point in the series' production history, as it captures the essence of a time when U.S. mint technology and design precision were evolving rapidly. While millions of these coins were minted, only a very small number survived with the exceptional quality, minting errors, or visual appeal that collectors chase today. For many numismatists, the 1981 P issue has become a classic example of how subtle differences, such as a faint doubling, a die crack, or strong original luster, can transform a seemingly ordinary piece into a valuable collectible. This specific Philadelphia issue, marked with the simple yet significant P, often fascinates those who seek hidden treasures among modern coins. The year 1981 came during a time of economic fluctuation and technological advancement in U.S. minting. The Philadelphia Mint, known for its massive output, produced over 600 million quarters that year. But the real rarity lies not in the volume, but in the variations and condition of surviving specimens. This was also the era before the introduction of modern clad coin refinements, meaning the coin still carried subtle imperfections from the striking process. Many coins left the mint with slight die wear, planchet marks, or weak strikes, which makes finding a clean, well-defined example extremely difficult today. Those that remained untouched or were quickly removed from circulation now carry immense numismatic importance. The obverse of the 1981 P. Washington quarter displays the timeless portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan, whose depiction of the first U.S. president has graced American coinage for decades. Collectors look closely at the fine details, Washington's hair strands, the crispness of the lettering Liberty, and the clarity of the mint mark P. On the reverse, the majestic bald eagle with spread wings clutches arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. The texture and sharpness of the feathers are key indicators of how well a coin was struck. Many rare 1981 P examples show exceptional detail or unusual die variations, including faint doubling on the lettering or the eagle's wing edges, which can dramatically increase their desirability and market value. Despite the massive mintage, very few 1981 P Washington quarters have survived in pristine or even near-pristine condition. Decades of circulation have taken a toll on most, leaving them scratched worn, or discolored. However, even in very dirty or heavily circulated condition, certain coins still attract collectors due to unique tunning, rare mint errors, or partial die misalignments. These subtle imperfections make them valuable, especially when certified and authenticated by reputable grading companies. In high mint state grades or with recognized error features, the 1981 P quarter can command prices that far exceed what most people expect for a coin still occasionally found in circulation. Interest in Washington quarters has surged in recent years, particularly among collectors who appreciate transitional-era coins from the late 1970s and early 1980s. The 1981 P issue stands out because it bridges the gap between older silver-based quarters and the fully modern clad compositions. It carries the vintage feel of classic U.S. coinage while still being affordable enough to attract new hobbyists. The combination of nostalgia, rarity, and potential value makes it a top target for coin roll hunters, eBay sellers, and estate finders alike. Even pieces that appear worn can surprise collectors, especially if they display strong strike details or original mint luster beneath the dirt. Now let's talk about what every collector wants to know: the value. A circulated and dirty 1981 P Washington quarter might seem common, but certain varieties and well-preserved examples have recently sold for between $700 and $4,200, depending on their grade and error type. Coins with unique die cracks, doubling, or unusual mint defects have been known to cross the $3,000 mark, while those in high mint state condition can fetch prices approaching $4,500 at auctions. Even pieces with average wear but solid eye appeal are worth holding onto, as their value continues to climb among enthusiasts who specialize in transitional-era quarters. The key lies in condition, rarity of the strike, and verification of any mint errors. The perfect combination that transforms this humble 25-cent piece into a true collector's gem. For collectors seeking this elusive coin, start by examining bulk quarter rolls, coin jars, or inherited collections. Pay close attention to coins that appear darker or unusually toned. Sometimes, that dirt hides a valuable gem beneath. Look for sharp edge details, strong mint marks, and clean, defined surfaces under magnification. Coins with natural tunning or minimal wear may be worth sending for grading. It's also wise to consult auction listings and collector forums to compare examples and study die varieties. Whether you're new to the hobby or an experienced numismatist, patience and careful observation often lead to the best discoveries. In the end, the 1981 P Washington quarter stands as a quiet reminder that true value often hides in plain sight. What may appear to be a dirty old coin could, in fact, be a rare survivor of minting history, a piece that captures the craftsmanship and evolution of American currency. Its increasing value, fascinating background, and timeless design make it a standout treasure for both new and veteran collectors. So next time you're sorting through spare change, take a second look at your quarters. You never know what story or value they might hold. Stay tuned, because in our next video, we'll uncover another extraordinary coin from U.S. history that could be sitting right in your pocket right now. Third coin. The 1985 Washington quarter from the Philadelphia Mint stands as one of the most fascinating modern American coins that continues to intrigue numismatists and casual collectors alike. Despite being part of a widely circulated coinage series, this particular year and mint mark combination has gained remarkable attention for its rarity in pristine or uncirculated conditions, especially when discovered in a naturally dirty or aged state that still retains its original mint luster beneath the surface. For many collectors, this coin represents a bridge between everyday American change and the hidden treasures that can lie unnoticed in a pocket or coin jar, waiting to reveal their historical and monetary value. Minted during a time when the United States was seeing economic stabilization and renewed confidence in its national identity. The 1985 Washington Quarter carries a piece of that cultural history. Produced at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin did not feature a mint mark, as was the tradition for Philadelphia issues before the late 1980s. It was part of a long-running series originally designed to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, but by 1985, it had become an enduring symbol of American resilience and tradition. This was also a period when the U.S. Mint was focused on improving coin production technology, yet quality inconsistencies in strike and finish have made certain surviving examples of the 1985 P quarter stand out as rare gems today. The design of this coin remains a tribute to America's first president, with John Flanagan's elegant portrait of George Washington dominating the obverse. His confident profile, framed by the words liberty and in God we trust, represents leadership and dignity. The reverse, displaying the heraldic eagle clutching arrows and olive branches, captures the essence of national strength balanced by peace. Struck from a copper-nickel-clad composition over a pure copper core, the coin weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. While its metallic content isn't precious, its aesthetic and symbolic details make it a cherished piece, particularly when found with strong, clear strikes or minimal wear despite years of circulation. One of the key aspects contributing to the 1985 P Washington Quarter's rarity is its condition. Though millions were minted, very few examples have survived in uncirculated or near-perfect form due to heavy daily use and the natural wear of commerce. Additionally, this year saw several minor striking inconsistencies and planchet flaws that now attract the attention of error collectors. Quarters showing doubling on the obverse inscriptions, die cracks on the eagle's wings, or off-center strikes can command significant premiums. In dirty or tarnished condition, a careful cleaning is discouraged, as natural tunning or grime can actually help verify authenticity and age, something seasoned collectors appreciate. In terms of market value, this coin can be surprisingly lucrative depending on its grade and eye appeal. Circulated examples in average condition might sell for around $800, but high-grade pieces graded MS65 or above by PCGS or NGC have been known to reach values exceeding $3,200 in today's collector market. Unique varieties, such as quarters displaying strong doubling or well-preserved strike details, have even crossed $4,500 in specialized auctions. The value is driven not only by condition, but by the growing interest in transitional-era coinage from the 1980s, as collectors increasingly look to modern decades for hidden numismatic treasures. For collectors seeking to add a 1985 P Washington Quarter to their holdings, careful evaluation is key. Always examine the fields for strong luster, minimal contact marks, and sharp detailing, particularly in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. Certification by reputable grading services such as NGC or PCGS adds not only credibility but also market liquidity. When purchasing, it's wise to work with established dealers or attend coin shows where you can personally inspect examples under magnification. Storing the coin in a temperature-controlled environment, preferably in an airtight holder, helps maintain its value and protect it from further tunning or corrosion. In the world of numismatics, the 1985 Philadelphia Quarter stands out as a modern-era classic that bridges everyday coinage with collectible value. Its story reminds collectors that even coins minted in vast numbers can evolve into valuable relics when time, condition, and rarity intersect perfectly. Beyond its monetary worth, it represents a snapshot of American craftsmanship and history, appealing equally to those who collect for passion and those who invest for potential appreciation. For those lucky enough to find one in their possession, especially in excellent condition, this modest piece of metal could easily be worth several $1,000s, making it a true modern treasure hidden in plain sight. Last coin, the 1991 P. Washington quarter, a coin that may look ordinary at first glance, especially in its very dirty condition, but hides within it a world of numismatic intrigue and unexpected value. Many collectors walk past such coins every single day, unaware that one of these humble quarters could hold a secret worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So, if you've ever wondered what makes a coin from 1991 so valuable, stay tuned, because this one might just change how you look at your pocket change forever. The 1991 P. Washington quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint during a period when the U.S. economy was transitioning into a new decade marked by modern minting techniques and growing collector interest. Even though more than 570 million quarters were minted that year, few have survived in pristine or even collectible condition today. Most were heavily circulated, losing their mint luster, with many showing deep wear or grime, which makes finding one in sharp detail and strong strike an exciting challenge for any coin enthusiast. This Philadelphia issue stands out not for its abundance, but for the few rare survivors that have retained remarkable eye appeal despite their age and usage. Taking a closer look at its design, the obverse of the 1991 P. Washington quarter features the classic bust of George Washington designed by John Flanagan, a design first introduced in 1932 to honor the bicentennial of Washington's birth. His proud portrait faces left, framed by the inscriptions Liberty above and In God We Trust to the left, while the date, 1991, and the P mint mark appear just below. On the reverse side, we find the majestic bald eagle, wings spread, clutching arrows and olive branches, a powerful representation of America's strength and peace. Even when dirty or worn, a trained eye can recognize subtle die variations and unique strike characteristics that can make certain coins from this year stand out in the market. When it comes to rarity, the 1991 P. Washington quarter earns its place among sought-after modern-era coins not because of a low mintage, but because of condition rarity. Over decades of circulation, very few have survived without scratches, loss of detail, or discoloration. In particular, examples that display a strong strike, full mint luster, and minimal contact marks are considered exceptional finds. Error coins from this year, such as off-center strikes or die breaks, can also command impressive premiums depending on the visibility and uniqueness of the flaw. Finding one in an uncleaned but naturally aged, dirty condition, with original tunning and grime preserved, can even enhance its authenticity appeal among purists. Collector demand for the 1991 P. Washington quarter has grown steadily in recent years. Part of its allure lies in its connection to the long-running Washington Quarter series, which bridges both historical and modern American coinage. While older silver issues from before 1965 are often the main attraction, collectors now increasingly turn to these copper-nickel-clad examples for their historical continuity and the hunt for hidden gems in circulation. The 1991 P quarter stands out in this regard as one of the more elusive later-date issues to find in high grades, offering collectors the thrill of discovery and the satisfaction of owning a small piece of early 1990s minting history. As for its current market value, a typical circulated example may only be worth face value, but coins in exceptional condition or with notable die errors have sold for surprising amounts. High-grade mint state examples, especially those graded MS-65 and above, can reach prices around $1,200 to $4,300, depending on strike sharpness, luster, and visual appeal. Some rare varieties with strong die features or unusual tunning have even crossed the $4,700 mark in recent collector auctions. These values continue to evolve as collectors rediscover the hidden worth of modern quarters once dismissed as ordinary pocket change. For those looking to collect or search for one of these valuable examples, pay close attention to the coin's overall surface condition. Avoid cleaning the coin. That dirt or dullness you see could actually protect its original finish. Look closely at Washington's hairlines, the eagle's wings, and the rim edges. These areas often reveal whether a coin has maintained its mint integrity. Searching through old coin jars, inherited collections, or unsearched bank rolls can be surprisingly rewarding. And if you suspect you've found a high-grade or error coin, consider professional grading for authentication, as certified examples tend to perform far better in the marketplace. In conclusion, the 1991 P. Washington quarter remains a remarkable reminder that value doesn't always come with age or rarity of mintage. Sometimes it lies in condition, history, and the story behind the metal. Even in a very dirty state, this quarter carries decades of circulation history and a potential worth that could easily surprise its finder. Whether you're a new enthusiast or a seasoned collector, this coin proves that the treasure hunt in American coinage is far from over. And as we wrap up this episode, stay tuned for our next feature, where we uncover another hidden gem from U.S. coinage that could be waiting right in your change jar.